This series is intended for mature audiences. We insist you heed the following content warnings before viewing. Horror themes, language, adult themes, and strong violence and gore, including gun violence. Welcome to the Weird West. Let us tell y'all a story.
So our scene opens in what appears to be the destruction of the safest city in the West. Buildings that you thought were burning because of the explosion, you instead realize they'd already been lit before the train even blew up. Looking around, you see railers riding up from the outside, throwing dynamite at the gates to try to blast them open, trying to let the walking dead inside. On the streets, you see very little people, but the ones you do see seem to be trying to run and take cover, and then they are just riddled with bullets. It's a full-blown civil war inside of the walls of St. Louis right now, and before you can even ask yourselves what you've stepped into, a woman comes into view. Black robes, a cold face. She spots you from her place of cover between two half-collapsed and burning buildings, and in one sickeningly swift motion, she moves her hand and disappears in a puff of smoke, only to reappear directly beside Willie, Jesse, and Jonah on top of this wall. Everyone make an agility roll.
Wow. Okay.
Jesse got a 5.
I have an 8.
I have a 9.
Okay. Jesse, make a strength roll.
$10.
Okay. As soon as this woman appears in this puff of smoke beside the three of you, Willie and Jonah are able to kind of pull back fast enough, but she grabs onto Jesse's shoulders and she attempts to push you off of the wall. But as she does so, you just instinctually grab onto her to try to stay on the wall, and both of you fall off the side. As you're falling, you're thrashing around, she's trying to push you off of her. You see this black energy in her palms as she's trying to do some sort of magic. She just can't, and she's trying to push you off of her first. As you're falling, you spin slightly and you land hard on the ground with her below you. She breaks a decent amount of your fall. What is your toughness?
6.
All right, so as you land, you feel, pain just shoot up from your elbows, your knees, just the parts of you that have hit the ground, but you think you're gonna be okay. The woman is unconscious, maybe dead, you're not certain. And as you go to stand back up, you see a man run from around the corner. He seemed to have been running down the street, but he stops when he looks over and sees you. He looks down at the woman on the ground, and that's when you realize she is alive. She sputters something and she goes to sit up, and you see this man yell, "Burn in hell, witch!" And he takes a stick of dynamite, lights it, and chucks it in your direction. What would you like to do?
I'm going to shoot it midair.
Oh, all right. That's going to be, I'm going to have you I'm trying to decide. Do we do action cards for this, or do we do like an agility? Who can react first for this? I think action cards would be more dramatic. Let's do that.
Okay.
All right, here is Jesse's action card. 5. Here is the Railer's action card.
I'm gonna spend a Benny.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, okay. I'll take it. It's fine.
All right. Okay, so chucks this dynamite. You fire. You miss the dynamite. The bullet flies off into someplace else. And as the dynamite rolls forward, it lands at your feet. Make an agility roll.
10.
10. All right. So, as soon as it lands, you just dive towards the nearest debris around you. As you're diving, you hear the dynamite just explode. You feel shrapnel and just gore and guts explode out everywhere from just detonating on top of this woman. You feel the force push you harder into this debris. You're slammed into it. This is enough to give you 1 wound.
I'll spend a Benny and make a soak roll if I can.
Sure, that'll be a vigor.
Okay. Oh shit! Double ones.
All right. So, you take this wound. You actually slam. I'm gonna have you roll 2d6.
Uh, 5.
What is your strength die?
D6.
It is now a d4. As you are slammed into this, you feel something pull in one of your shoulders. It is something's not right. Something snapped, and you're pretty sure it was maybe a muscle, a tendon, something ripped that shouldn't have ripped as you slammed into this thing. You do have 1 wound, and as you lay there kind of coughing for a moment, Willie and Jonah, you still stand on top of this wall. You look down and saw this happen in a matter of seconds. The railer that had thrown the dynamite seems like he did what he wanted to do, and he rides off, and you hear more explosions in the distance.
I want to quickly run over to the side, grab that piece of rope we used to get up there to begin with, and then flip it over to the other side down towards Jesse's direction, and look to Katie, look to Willie. We gotta go. We gotta save him. And
I
start
gotcha.
Scrambling down.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna help try to pull Jesse up.
Or I think he's heading down.
I'm
You're
heading
going down.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go down. I'll go down
Okay.
too.
All right, yeah. The two of you climb/slide down this rope, land, look around. You saw the direction that Jesse was flung into. You rush over there and you see him on the ground just coughing. And you hear, you hear footsteps and screams all around you, but you think you hear someone approaching as well.
I'll wheel around with a card at the ready just to get a sight of it. I'm worried it's the witch again.
All right, make a notice roll.
Okay.
Willie, are you doing anything specific?
Yeah, I'm trying to look around at nearby threats and I'm ready to attack.
All right, go ahead and make a notice roll as well.
All right.
Jesse, you are able to now get back up on your feet, but that shoulder is still something's off.
I have a 5.
Also have
Okay.
a 5.
All right, so looking around, you both see 2 men running, shotguns in hand. As they're running by, they look over, they see you, and looking at the two of you, they seem just drawn with just daggers for eyes at Willie. And they both turn their guns towards Willie, and you just hear them shout, "Die, witch!" And they fire. We're gonna do action cards for the 4 of you.
I don't want to play anymore, Gary.
We have Willie.
Oh, yes!
Wow.
So all of you get a Benny.
Yes.
Nice.
All right, all of you get a Benny, and Willie gets to go whenever she wants. You can go first, you can interrupt someone's turn, however that plays out. Here is Jonah. 4.
Great.
And then we have the Railers.
Oh, no!
What does that mean?
Do we still get a Benny?
Ouch.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
What?
Crit on crit action.
My Joker was first.
I have to, take a picture of this for... What?
Does that mean?
What are the odds?
Right? Wow, okay, so I'm gonna say Willie and the Railers probably go at the same time.
All right. I'm shooting my Sutter Fusion device off in
Okay.
a big cloud around to try to make it hard for them to hit us, and so
Okay.
that we can potentially get away.
All
get
right.
in a better vantage point.
Make an agility roll.
All right. A 5.
I also got a 5. Make it again.
Oh, man. This is intense.
Oh, can I spend a Benny and re-roll?
Sure.
Or no?
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
There we go.
Oh my God.
There we go.
Oh, nice.
20.
Whoa!
Bitch.
Yes. Okay. So, I love this. Okay, so at the same time as they turn, they bring their shotguns up. Jonah, you hear the sound of dust just exploding out of something, followed by 2 shotgun blasts from both
Oh,
of
god
them.
damn!
The dust takes up the entire area that you're in. You can't really see, but you assume they can't see either. And in both shotgun blasts, just light the dust in both places where they went off. I am going to. It is a shotgun, so I am still going to roll with a severe disadvantage to see if it hits you, Willie.
Okay.
I'm gonna put a -6 to this because there's no line of sight anymore. What is your toughness?
7.
Okay.
I got a thick leather inventor's apron on.
All right, so one of these shotgun blasts, you hear it go off and you don't feel any pain, so you think you're fine. The other one, the guy was probably already aiming right at you before the dust plumed out. The shotgun goes off, and you feel pieces just slam into your side. You're knocked off your feet. This is enough damage to give you 2 wounds. Would you
Can I
like to
try
spend?
I would, yeah.
Yeah, make a bigger roll.
Nope.
No?
I failed it.
Okay. So that's going to be 2 wounds.
All right.
I mean, arguably, that makes sense. Shot, point blank, shotgun.
Yeah.
You slam down onto your back, breath knocked out of you. You feel just your side warm from the blood of the shotgun, of this shotgun wound. Are you also wanting to ignite that, or with everyone standing here, were you just using it for the dust?
If it was all around us, I wasn't going to. If it was just around them, I was. But if it's,
Okay.
if there's too much in the air that it would light us up, then I won't.
Yeah, you're probably a little too close to it to
All right.
ignite that. As the dust is beginning to fade, Jonah, you see Willie back on the ground, the 2 shotgun wielders trying to get a view of the situation, same as you.
Okay. So I'm gonna run in the direction from Willie, towards Willie, where Willie just got shot back. Try and get in between whatever shotgun blast and Willie. But I'm also gonna try and get out of this cloud enough that I can get a better vantage on them. I can take a shot. That's my plan right now.
Okay, so you run over and you block Willie from their view. The dust is like settling down, so you're able to see basically their chest up right now.
Perfect.
So yeah, you can go for that shot if you'd like.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for a bolt, and I'm gonna pump an extra power point into it so that I can do 3d6 instead of 2d6.
Okay.
And I'll point at one of them and I'll go, "You picked the wrong fucking witch!" And I'll throw one of the cards square at him. An 8 on my spell casting. So I believe that hits, right?
Yes, yeah, that does.
He takes 14 points of damage.
Ooh, all right. So, yeah, you bring up your gun, yell that fire, and you watch his head just just as this. How do you want this to look? Does the card actually hit, or does the bolt itself slam into this thing?
For the meantime, I'm free of my very thin friend, so Jonah is feeling much more in control of his cards this time around. They still have that mirrored surface like they did on the train just a few hours ago, and he flicks it enough that it catches the sun in the middle of the throw and sort of cascades this mirrored texture. And as it goes through, it just clear cuts him across the neck and flies him back.
Yeah, and you watch his body fall. It is now. We'll do another round here. There's still one guy still standing with the shotgun. Jesse, you're able to kind of move around the debris and look over and see the scene unfolding. We have Willie, Jesse, Jonah, Railer. All right, so Willie is up first.
I'm going to spend my GM Benny and make the Railer reroll.
All right.
Awesome. He's got a 6 of spades.
When I got knocked down, I noticed one of my stakes that I whittled fell out of my pack. I'm gonna load that sucker into my swooper, and I'm gonna fire it out of with my bolt right at his goddamn head.
Wonderful.
All right, let me see what I gotta do for that. Oh
Good sign.
I got a 9, and as I fire that sucker right to his brain pan, I'm gonna say, I'm not a witch, I'm a fucking scientist.
Yes. So, as you're sitting up, you fire. You watch. It's almost like this bolt is wrapped around this stake. At this point, it's this sharp wooden stake with just this, like, almost like arcane powdered dust attached to it. And as that flies out towards him, he hears this, looks directly at you, and the stake just slams right into his face and explodes out the back, and you watch him just fall over. And that is that round.
Holy shit.
So I'm gonna run over to, like, are we clear from combat? We're able to act
if
outside
you
of the
duck
cards?
back behind that debris, you should be okay.
Okay. I'm gonna run over to Jesse, and if he's still conscious, I'm gonna try and grab him, look at him, see if he's, looking at me and enough to speak.
As he grabs me, I go, and I sort of hold the arm. I was like, it's okay. Something happened to my arm, but I'm fine.
Oh shit. Oh, okay.
I'm hit.
Oh shit. I'll run over to Willie now and inspect her. God, I wish I went to medical school or something. What can I do for you?
So I start moving my apron out of the way, and I realize that part of that shrapnel exploded one of my bottles of healing salve, and I can feel it start running over my wounds already, and I just kind of use my hand to make sure it gets all soaked in, and I would like to try to see if that would remove one of my wounds.
Perfect.
I'm shaking so hard that I can like barely pick up my dice.
I think we all are right now.
Yeah, that felt way too close. I'm gonna go back up to Jesse and take another look at his arm and try to make eye contact with him and say, "Hey, you trust me, right?"
Yeah.
Yeah. So you would trust me if I did something to your arm right now to help you out?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And he's going to take out a card. He's going to show it to him. Again, that reflective surface takes on the Jack of Spades, the same card he gave you on the train. He says, "All right, Jesse, look, here's your card." And now it's gone, and it's out of his palm. And I'm going to use the power Numb, using 2 power points. So I'll roll on my spellcasting now, but basically it alleviates pain caused by an injury. With a success on the arcane skill roll, the caster and all allies within the caster's spirit ignores 1 point of wound or fatigue penalties, or 2 with a raise. So this will at least give you, I think it's 5 rounds where this arm won't affect you. And I do have a raise. So I know you only have 1 wound, but it takes 2 wounds off for 5 rounds.
Okay.
And that card that disappears in his hands appears in that broken wound of the arm. You can feel the card sticking out from your skin for a moment as it grafts into the actual skin. It's spookier than it looks, I swear, but it's gonna help you. Look, aren't you feeling better already?
And Jesse is bewildered because he really didn't understand what happened to get us off the train, but he really doesn't understand this. He's never seen anything like this. And he's sort of looking at it and looking at Jonah here and seeing that his arm is okay. He's going to be like, "Well, thank you. Yeah, let's get going."
Yeah, good. And I'll rush back over to Willie and check on her. Try and make a peripheral on our surroundings.
Yeah, did we see a lot of the dead walking around before we got down from the wall?
You don't see any walking dead inside yet. you see, or did you mean outside?
Oh, did they fall down? They fell down inside. I was thinking we fell down outside.
Oh, no,
Okay,
no.
so
Yeah.
You
we're
are inside the walls.
All
Yeah.
right.
We're in St. Louis now, yeah.
All right. Okay. That's good.
And you just hear chaos all around you. Getting a glance, like you can peek out from this debris, you see women running around, and they appear to be casting like black magic. You see them just slinging spells at anyone that they see. You see these railers, some of them on horseback, some of them running. They're decked out with various guns and satchels of dynamite that they just throw at any direction they see a witch. Doesn't matter who else is there, what citizens are there, doesn't matter. And this is the scene you're taking in before you. At this point, from the right, deeper into the city, you hear a familiar voice. You're pretty sure you hear Luther's voice shout, "You're gonna have to try harder next time, you missed again!" And from the left, closer to the gates and the bigger dynamite blasts, you hear Gideon shout, "Finley, Doc, get to cover, I've got you from here." What would you like to do?
I would definitely look at Jonah and be like, "Did you hear what I just heard?
Yeah, I thought I was going insane. That's his voice, right?
We gotta get to him."
Oh, holy shit. Okay, yeah. Come on, and I'll...
Jesse, we just heard our friend.
I just heard Gideon and Finley the other way.
All right. Do you want to go check on them?
Yeah, I'm gonna go towards Gideon and Finley because I don't know who Luther is, but I was like, I don't know who Luther is, but I'm gonna go towards the people I sent here. So.
All right.
We can't be splitting up, can we?
It's worked for us before, right?
Oh, yeah. When you just got knocked plumb off the fucking bridge?
In a manner of speaking, when we split up before, Luther got bit. But I don't want to lose him.
Look, you know how I feel about Luther. You know, Willie. I mean, any other day, but if there's two of them over here and
right.
Luther's over here, I mean, I know the man. He can keep himself together. Jesse's hurt. I don't want to lose both of you.
All right. She looks like real mournfully, like over where they heard that voice. Like, can we see anything? Can we see hide or hair of him?
Make a notice roll.
I do not notice. Luther!
So yeah, you look in the direction that you heard Luther and you shout for him. Now we are going to cut to Finley and Gideon. Gideon covers Finley and the doctor as they rush back behind a couple of the buildings. Dr. Fishbach is ducked down, really low, eyes scanning this terrible, awful battlefield for anyone still alive that he can help. Finley, you and the doc have made it to cover, and he hears someone cry out, and they're holding a gunshot wound to their leg. He turns to you, and he hands you the glass jar. He puts it in your hand, wraps like your fingers around it. It's corked tightly, and he says, "Take this. It's in your hands now. I have to help these people. My place is here. You need to get somewhere safe with that." And he just points to the tonic that he has handed you. He starts to rush off, still ducked low, to go help the gunshot victim. And he turns towards you for one last word, and he says, "If it works, make sure they find me. I don't know if he'll need another dose." And It might not work at all, I need you to know that, but I understand you had to try. Just like I have to try. And he just turns back towards the gunshot victim and rushes to drag them behind cover. You now have in your inventory 1 experimental antidote vial. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna look at him and I'm just gonna say, I don't even know what to do with the goddamn thing. You're supposed to come with us. There are a dozen, maybe 100 people that are gonna need your help out here, but I need you to help us with this. I know it's, I'm just gonna sit there. I'm just gonna like curl further in with like the jar. I don't know what to do, sir.
There's a moment where you're talking and you're looking down at the jar, and when you say, I don't know what to do, and you look back up and the doctor's gone.
Fuck. Gideon, we may have lost our doctor.
You shout over towards Gideon, and you don't see him anymore. You're not sure where he is.
Fuck.
Fuck.
I don't.
That's gonna be said a lot today.
Yeah. Favorite vocabulary word for the day. Fuck. Okay.
We'll edit it in post. That's fine.
I can't see anyone around me. There's nothing around me that
you might get a better view if you kind of move around this building and try to look further into the street. You'd still be in cover, but you just have to make your way around.
I'm scared to go outside. Yeah, I'll make my way, if I could still be in cover, and make my way to see if I can find. And I'm just, I won't shout Gideon's name any longer. It's probably not the wisest decision. So.
All right. Yeah, you head out and around the building to kind of the side to look further into the street. As you are rounding this corner, you slam into someone, and there's the briefest moment of panic before you see that you are face to face with a woman with wide eyes and like dirty blonde hair. Victoria Glass stands in front of you, looking battered and bruised and just as shocked to see you as you are to see her. And she says, Finley? And right as she says that, a bullet ricochets against the structure, like right above Victoria's head, and she jumps, pushes you and herself like behind cover. You see she has already like a large wound on her shoulder where a bullet seems to have grazed her, and there is a small amount of blood running down her forehead and around her eye from some sort of head wound that her hair seems to be obscuring. A bloodied lip on the same side. She looks oddly centered and calm, and she almost looks angry that she almost just died. And the two of you are now behind cover, and she says, this is gonna make one hell of a story, isn't it? I mean, if I live. And she kind of peeks out in the other direction, and you hear another bullet slam into the side, and she ducks back.
What are you doing here? Are you first off, are you okay? Do you need, I'm gonna start trying to see if I can like rip off any part of my clothing to like help with
you're
any
like
of the wounds.
yeah, you probably can do that. And as you're doing that, she's like not quite miles away, but she's just they just started throwing dynamite everywhere. I don't know what's going on, but we have like snipers, and she points up towards the rooftops. Stay out of the streets. We have dynamite, and we have some sort of black magic bullshit. The city gates were closed. Nobody could get them open, and there was this train. Wait, what the fuck are you doing here? And she just turns back towards you.
It's a very long, complicated story. But I mean, part of the reason why I'm here is to, it's a long story. It's not really worth it. Came here to find a cure for something, and accidentally got left in the middle of a civil war, clearly. So, yeah.
And you're interrupted by shouting across the street. You hear, poke your head out. I saw you hide and you ain't getting away, witch. And Victoria looks annoyed at this, and she just looks to you, and you want to peek around and see if we can see him?
Do you need a weapon?
I don't have a gun.
You don't?
No.
Okay. I'll give her my peacemaker.
Okay.
So she can have that. And it's no longer in my inventory. So but I'll just like hand the gun to her. Do you know at least how to shoot?
Yeah.
I'm going to assume you do. Okay, great. I don't know why it is that we have come back together, but I'm pretty glad to see you. We can look around the side of. Yeah.
She's kind of sitting there for a moment and nodding, and she says, I have a lot to fill you in on, but first we live. And then she turns and she tries to peek from one direction while you try to peek from the other.
Yeah, I'll peek from the other direction.
All right, make a notice roll.
Am I still using the D6 as
yes.
well? Okay. Exploded. Okay, 11 total.
All right, so Victoria is looking over the side that the person's attention is probably on more, and so as soon as she goes to even like peek her head over, a bullet slams into the corner again, and she just comes back unable to see anything. But that gives you enough time. As you peek, you see someone with a rifle in one of the upper story windows of one of the hotels, and you see them just aimed down perfectly towards that corner of the building that Victoria is hiding behind.
Can I try shooting them?
Sure.
Okay.
As you're bringing up your gun, you do hear Victoria say, "How good are you with a gun, Ladoris?"
But decent. I've gotten better recently, so.
Great. And right before you shoot, she is going to peek out again just to get him distracted a little bit more. I'm going to give you a +2 bonus to this.
Oh, cool. Also, we aren't surrounded by Ghost Rock in any way, are we? I just wanted to know.
Not that you've seen.
Cool. Just wanted to make sure. Sweet. +2. Oh, that exploded again. Oh, on both of the die, actually. Shit. I'll roll the 8 and then plus that 2, so 10.
Okay, so yeah, let's roll some damage.
Okay. So that's 2d8. So that's 14 damage.
Okay. Yeah. So she pops out for a second, only just like mostly just waving her clothing pretty much just to get like his eyes, like he knows that's where she is. He fires. The bullet actually slams through her skirt, like rips through part of her skirt, and you hear her like yelp a little bit, like, oh, she was surprised that he was that accurate. And you pop around on the other side. What gun are you using?
My Winchester.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, you pop up on the other side, take aim, and fire, and you watch his head just snap back as the bullet slams in, and he falls, and the rifle actually tumbles out the window and slams down onto the street. You duck back behind cover, and she peeks around, and then she's just laughing, and she's like, I can't believe that worked.
I can't either. We make a pretty damn good team.
Hell yeah, we do.
Yeah. Listen. Now that that's taken care of, I have someone here that I'm with. His name's Gideon. You haven't seen a man recently, in this building?
No. And
Great.
At that, we're gonna cut over to Gideon Gray. Gideon, you covered Finley and the doctor as they ran behind cover. You successfully got them to safety, but before you could follow, you feel hands clutch onto your shoulders and pull you backwards. Your body is pulled through an already shattered window into the saloon that you were standing in front of. You are thrown down onto the floor and you feel glass shards scratch into your back and elbows. "You!" someone shouts. "It was you, or so I'm hearing." You hear the sound of boots, crunch, shattered glass. If you're gonna turn on your own crew, I suggest you check and make sure all of them's dead, friend. Looking around from your spot on the floor, you see 8 men, all in partial cover, except for the one standing over you. Each of them currently has a gun aimed right at you, and the one that pulled you into the building continues, "We know what you did. Murdered quite a few of our men in some sort of murder spree, covered in blood and guts and shit, I hear. Now, I happen to like to play fair, so what do you say we settle this like real men instead of shooting someone as they're running away from you, huh?"
Well, seeing as that's the only way I've ever settled any of my disputes, that seems about fair. All you other boys died like idiots. I suppose I can make sure you do too.
He chuckles and holds an arm out to help you up.
I spit on it.
All right.
Step on my own, thank you.
He just takes a few steps back and gets into dueling stance.
Gideon will gently caress the well-worn holster on his right hip. Kind of feel the familiar place where he rests his thumb. Take a deep breath. All right.
So, basically how this will work is I will draw us both an action card, and the duel will happen in... We'll do a round. We'll see where we're standing, and we'll see if we do another.
Sure.
Here is Gideon Gray.
Not bad.
And the Railer.
Sorry, friend.
All right, so make a shooting roll.
Oh, I can do that real good. Well, it would probably help if I rolled a D8, which is my shooting die.
Well, there you go.
Let me try that one more time. Exact same roll, so yeah, I would like to spend a penny.
All right.
I just re-roll, right?
Yeah, you'll re-roll both die, and
that is substantially better. That is a 7.
okay. Go ahead and roll damage.
All right. $11.
All right. So, this first round, as you're standing back, you watch everyone else. They don't have their guns trained on you at the moment, but they have them out and they have them ready. They just haven't taken aim. Like, most of them have them sitting on the table like this. They're just not completely ready. But everyone's watching. We have one person kind of watching the windows and the door to make sure no one's coming in. As the chaos is still happening outside, you hear explosions and yelling and shouting. And the two of you stand with your hands over your weapons, and then both of you move to draw at the same time. You're a little bit quicker. You fire off. The bullet slams into his shoulder, and he stumbles backwards a little bit. His shot, he fires kind of as he was bringing it up, mostly from the impact. Fires, it slams into one of the tables and chairs, and he takes a couple steps back. And you watch him look up at you with just this grimace. And there's this moment where you see it in his eyes. He's gonna bring his gun up, and he's gonna try to shoot you. Do you do anything to stop this?
Yeah, I'll pull that trigger again.
Sure.
That's an 8.
All right. Yeah, I'll say don't even worry about damage. As he's bringing the gun up, you fire again. Where do you hit him?
We'll put it right in his blood pumper.
All right. Just center, just slams into him, and you see him fall to a knee and stumble over, and blood is just starting to pool. And it's quiet for a moment as you start to look around at the other people in the room. You might have won with him, but we ain't letting no backstabber out of here alive, you piece of shit. So I'll ask you, Mr. Gideon Gray. Any last words?
Yeah, I got 4 shots left, and I'll take 4 shots.
All right. Tell me how this looks.
In one smooth motion, Gideon will draw his arm across his opposition, putting around dead center of the skull, because I'm going to go out nice and clean. On that last trigger pull, instinctively pull for a 5th time, hear that empty click, take a deep breath and just say, well, damn.
And gunfire opens inside this saloon. Bullet slamming into Gideon's chest, into the other side, into his stomach, into his chest again, his back. They empty every bullet in their guns into Gideon Gray. Gideon falls to his knees, falls over. Jesse, Jonah, and Willie. You were heading in the direction of their voices. You hear this gunfire. What would you like to do?
I would definitely not continue to go into the direction of the gunfire. I'd want to try to find cover.
I think I'm going to look at Willie and Jonah and say, I'm not sure we should go that way.
I'm with you.
What about your friends?
I guess we could, but we'd have to be really, really careful getting up there. And
Gunfire has stopped, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think we should, I don't know, maybe hide and see if anybody comes out.
Sure, I like that. We could duck into a building, wait for the smoke to clear, and then hope that our friends are on the other side of that.
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
I'm gonna try and look for the most barren building I can see nearby. Peek into some windows or look across the alleyways here, trying to pick out something I feel like we could duck into using my history as a very bad person.
Okay. Yeah, make a notice roll.
Okay. I have a 7.
Okay. You can tell where the gunshots came from. You can tell they came from the saloon. The saloon is mostly intact despite the busted out windows. And you know, or you could guess that whoever was firing off these shots inside the saloon, they're probably not just going to come walking out the front doors. if they were going to leave, they'd probably leave through the back. So if you can find a good spot to take cover near the entrance of this building, you're pretty confident you can get in there and see what's going on after they leave.
Gotcha. In that case, I'm gonna pick out the best spot I've sort of dictated from there, and then point it out to Jesse and Willie. I think this might be good. I mean, they just pulled off what must have been murder in there. There's no way they're gonna come back out the way they came. It's death. So we can follow in as long as we give them enough lead time to get out and then sneak in through the back. That is, unless they're looking for something in that saloon.
All right, I think that's as good an idea as any. We can't stay out here is all I know. This is mayhem.
No, definitely not. Jesse's definitely going to pull out his gun to be ready should they come out fighting.
All right, so you are rushing towards that area of cover that you've pointed out?
Yeah.
All right. As the three of you are rushing in that direction, staying low, trying not to be seen, everyone make a notice roll.
Does a wound affect notice rolls too? Every roll?
Yes.
Okay.
I have a 3.
Got a 7 minus 1 is 6.
I got a 3 as well.
All right, so are you moving like side by side or like a single file sort of thing?
In my mind, it was like scattered, like
Okay.
Like kind of staggered.
Yeah,
Yeah.
staggered. That's the word.
Okay. Who goes first?
I guess I found the cover, so I'd go first.
Okay. All right, so you are heading first. Who goes second?
I'm like at his right shoulder.
Sure.
I don't know, coming behind.
Yeah. All right. So as you're heading forward, Willie, you hear an unfortunately familiar thunk. And as you look over, you see a stick of dynamite had flung and landed in the center of this street. As you look over to shout towards everyone else to warn them, it blasts. And as this stick of dynamite explodes, I will have all of you make an agility roll.
Oh.
I regret not exercising more.
I have an 8.
I got a 4.
I'm gonna spend another Benny to re-roll. I got a 2.
Okay. All right. So here's what happens. As this goes off, you feel yourselves just pushed, forced in various directions. Willie, you feel yourself slammed into something. You're not quite sure what it is, and then as you slam back down onto the ground, whatever that was that you slammed into lands on top of you and traps you. You are stuck. Jesse, you feel yourself being the last one up. As this explodes, you're flung back, and you actually feel your back slam into wood, and the wood actually splinters, and you fall into a structure of some sort. You land, and that impact pushes that structure and caves that entrance in. Everything goes dark inside of that room for a moment. Jonah, you get the better end of the explosion. As you slam down, you scrape your elbows and your forearms on the ground. As you're looking up, you see this debris land on Willie and trap her there. You hear her yell out. It is not enough to give you another wound or anything like that, but you are currently trapped. And that is when you are looking around and you're realizing what landed on top of her. It's a piece of the gate. And behind the gate, you see Walking Dead beginning to push their way inside. What would you like to do, Jonah?
Do I feel, judging off this, fast enough to get a piece of the debris off before the Walking Dead are on top of me, or do I feel like I'd have to take them out before even thinking about getting to Willie?
Make a smarts roll.
Okay. Oh, thank God he's smart. He's not many things, but he's smart. Oh, a fucking raise on a 12.
Oh.
A 17.
Okay.
Could I also, since I've got my MacGyver trait, see anything that would work as a lever?
Make a notice roll.
Nice.
Okay, so Jonah, looking like Sherlock Holmesing this situation right now. Everything's slow-mo and you're just looking at what's happening here. You see the Walking Dead staggering inside. Two of them are getting close. And you know your strength. It is possible to lift this debris off of Willie before they get there, but you only have one shot.
I got a 11 on my notice roll.
Okay.
One final clarification, because I do love one. Do I feel like I could blast it away if I couldn't lift it? Or is this a situation where if I can't lift it, it's over? Could
You're
I
not
blast instead of lifting, basically?
You're not sure if that would injure Willie.
Oh,
You're
can't
not
take
sure.
that chance.
Yeah, you're not sure how exactly she's trapped underneath this thing.
Oh, strength. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna take the chance. I gotta run in there. I know I have one good chance at this. Jonah whips off his coat. He runs straight in, and he desperately tries to grip at that piece. I think I can get free before the dead fall in.
Okay, as you're rushing over, Willie, you see a part of this debris. It looks like it was acting as like one large maybe lock for the gate on the inside, and it's wedged under. And as he's running up, you see he's gonna try to lift this. How do you instruct him towards this lever?
Jonah, hold on. Grab that piece of the bar, the lock bar. If you use it like a lever, it'll be easier. It won't take so much power.
Oh, holy shit! You can talk. Oh, goddamn. Okay.
I'm all right.
I'll run over and I'll grab that lever. It's gonna be okay, Willie. We got this.
All right, go ahead and make a strength roll. I'm gonna give you a +1 for that as well.
A +1. Okay. It's just a D4 and a D6. I'm gonna spend a Benny to reroll. A 1 and a 2 is not gonna do it for us. Oh, but a raise on my 4. A 6 + 1 is 7.
All right, so the first try you grab onto it and your hands are too sweaty and you kind of slip off of it and stumble backwards a little bit. You look over to see how close the Walking Dead are getting, and then you rush
Please.
back, grab onto the lever,
Please.
and you lift just enough for Willie to be able to crawl her way out from this debris.
Thank God for a fulcrum.
Oh shit. I'll start scrambling back and pulling Willie by the edge of her apron straps, trying to get as much distance on the field.
Thank you, Jonah. I always liked you.
Of course. Oh my God, you're still talking.
I'm all right.
Jesse.
We gotta go.
We gotta get Jesse. Where is he?
I look around to try to see Jesse too.
All right, we are actually going to cut over now to Jesse.
Oh my lord!
Oh my God.
It is a completely black room. You're sitting up. Dust, you hope it's not ghost rock, is kicking around. You're coughing. You're looking around. And as your eyes begin to adjust, you swear you hear a movement in the corner of this room.
I hold completely still,
Okay.
and I just very very softly say, "Is there somebody else here?"
And as you say that and your eyes are adjusting, you can see a figure in the corner, kind of turning to look in your direction. You see a man.
Howdy, partner.
Hi. Who are you?
Name's Luther. Nice to meet your acquaintance.
I've heard that name before. Some people I'm here with are looking for you.
Yeah? What do they look like?
One's a real skinny looking guy. Did some magic to my arm with some playing cards. Another one's a wily scientist with goggles.
Let's go get them.
And as your eyes are adjusting better and you're getting a better view of this man, you see almost bloodshot eyes, kind of a pale complexion that you can see between the mask and the hat. He doesn't look well as you're looking him over. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna say if you're a friend of Willie and Jonah's, they've helped me through a scrape before. They're out there. We just got blasted by dynamite. We need to get out that way.
Sounds good. Lead the way, partner.
So I look at the door. Is there a way to get through this debris, or do we have to go out the other way?
You'd probably have to go out the other way.
Okay. So I'll lead them out the other way. I don't want to go out the front door because I know there's chaos out there. So I'm looking for windows that we can like either open or get through at that point.
Sure. Yeah, you walk over. There's a window that'll be good enough to open, and as you push that open, we are going to switch over to Victoria and Finley. You're both standing here behind cover. You heard the gate be just blown open, and as you peek around, you do see Walking Dead spilling into the city, and Victoria just looks at you and says, we have to get somewhere safer than this.
Do you have a suggestion? Because I don't know where to go in this goddamn city that's going to be even remotely safe for any of us.
She peeks around to the hotel that the man was shooting out of, and she says, I don't know, that room seemed okay.
Yeah, okay. Listen, did I hear the gunshots from the whole altercation with Gideon?
Yeah,
okay.
You would have heard many gunshots.
Okay. I am just kind of look towards the area where I had heard those gunshots, and I'm just gonna just shake my head, and I'm just gonna, all right, fine. Is there? I'm going to give her my hat, and I'm just going to be like, here, I don't know what it is that these men think you're a witch. I'm assuming it's because of the way you look.
What do you mean by that?
Well, mostly it seems to me like, look, we're just going to try and make you as less womanly as possible. The skirts we can't really change, but at least take the hat and put your hair up or something. I don't know.
She looks down and like rips part of the frill off of the skirt and throws it down. And she's like, okay.
Cool, great.
Okay.
Great. Do you want to run together or do you want to run separately?
Together. Together.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Just
no, separately. Separately. No,
well, You know what? You run first, and I'll cover you. And if I see anybody, I'll shoot.
Okay.
But if I I'm just gonna like very quickly like think about it for a second, and then I'm just gonna pull her in for a very quick hug, and I'm just gonna be like, "You got this. Just run."
Okay. And then she turns, peeks again, looks around, and you see her take a breath, and then just starts sprinting towards the building.
My gun is just at the ready. If I see anybody like dart a head out or anything, I'm gonna shoot.
Okay. Make a notice roll.
Oh, that exploded. Wow. Oh, okay. I thought that exploded again. I was like, dang. 7 total.
Okay. As she's sprinting, you actually see 2 women come from around a corner, see her sprinting. You see them twist some sort of black magic in their hands. What is your reaction?
I am going to I'm going to shoot at one of them.
Okay.
And as I do, I'm going to yell, "Don't shoot, she's one of you." And I'm just gonna use that as cover.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right. So are you trying to hit one of them, or are you trying to hit like near
warning
one of them?
shot? Warning shot.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, the bullet slammed into the ground, like at their feet. They stop, and both of them, their attention turns off of Victoria and turns back to look in your direction, and you see them like twisting the magic and looking at you now. Victoria makes it to the building, and then you hear the sound of horses, heavy, just a galloping horse sprinting through the city. As it comes by, you see their attention has turned now towards this horse, and you see in one motion, they both fling this spell towards this horse. The horseback rider throws down, it looks like bundles of dynamite towards these women, and as he's riding off, the magic slams into the horse actually like falls over and spins, and the rider flies off, and both sticks of dynamite explode. Both of those women are no longer there. The rider has fallen still on the other side. It has blown in the windows of the hotel that Victoria took cover in, and you see her standing back up with wide eyes, and she's looking around, and she just motions for you to come.
Okay, I'll run. I'll sprint. I will run as fast as I can. I will kind of glance to see if that guy is still alive, but I'm just making my way as quick as I can.
Go ahead and roll a d6.
Okay. 3.
Okay. So you are sprinting, and you're going really fast, but the moment you turn and look to see if this man is still alive, you do slow a little bit. Okay, so as you're sprinting, you turn to see if he's still alive, and as the two of you make eye contact, he pulls the trigger, and you feel a bullet slam into your abdomen. It knocks you over. This is enough damage to take 2 wounds. Would you like to spend a Benny to soak?
Yeah, I would like to do that.
Okay, make a vigor roll.
A vigor roll? Do I just roll the die with that, or do I also roll the d6 on it with
also
it
the
too?
d6?
Okay, great. 5.
That will remove 1 of these wounds.
Cool.
So you only have the -1 still.
Great.
But it slams into you. You fall onto your side in the street, and just this white hot pain is just shooting through your body as you take in this bullet into your abdomen. And then you hear shit, and you hear footsteps, and you hear gunfire. And as you look up, you see Victoria just firing down the street. The first one doesn't do anything, but then the second one, you hear it slam into a body, and then Victoria turns back towards you and grabs onto you and starts dragging you towards this hotel, like not even worried about helping you up to bring you through, not wasting time, just like hooks arms around and starts dragging you towards this hotel. And as she is dragging you, you have a perfect view of the street, and you just see the Walking Dead spilling in, just quicker than, like, if you would have waited any longer to run across the street, you would have been dealing with them.
God damn. Okay.
Yeah, she drags you into this hotel room or this hotel like entrance, and as she does so, you see two of these Walking Dead. One is staggering through the doorway, and the other one has stopped at one of the broken windows and is beginning to try to climb in. And Victoria just turns towards the one in the doorway, and she says, "Do you have the window?" And she just fires at the one in the door.
I guess I do. I'm gonna, as best as I can, heft my gun up and start shooting at the one.
All right, go ahead and make a
in the window.
shooting roll.
Okay,
That'll
and
be
I added
-1.
-1 for that. Okay. Okay, it's 5 on the die. -1 though is 4.
Okay, so the one climbing through the window, you fire, and it like caves its jaw in and just like slams out the other side. He falls out of the window. The one that Victoria was shooting at, she missed. She just can't quite. She's like, fuck. And then she just turns towards you, looks at the stairs that are leading up, and she just walks over and starts like helping you up as this other Walking Dead is getting even closer. And she grabs the rifle from you, puts it on her shoulder, hands you your pistol back. He was like, I can't do anything with this, and just gives that to you to try to basically use most of her oomph to help you up these stairs, as giving you the ability to fire at these things.
Okay. Can I fire at this?
Yes, you
Okay.
fire at this one, and you see about 3 more coming in
Oh my
behind
God.
it.
I don't have anything else on me. I really don't have anything else on me. Okay. I'm just gonna try just shooting to deter any of them.
Okay.
As much as I can, I guess.
Sure. Just go ahead and make 4 shooting rolls for me,
Ooh, okay.
just to see how this plays out.
So 2 for the. I'm gonna use a Benny to re-roll the first one, if I can.
Yeah.
Cool.
Go for it.
Oh, sweet, that exploded. Good. So it's 5 -1, so 4 for the first one.
Okay.
5 -4 for the second one. God.
Okay.
Oh, that explode! Oh, both of those explode! Oh my God, these are good dice. Okay. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 -1, so 9 for the third one.
Okay.
And a 3 -1. That's a 2 for the fourth
Okay.
one.
All right. So you fire first at this, the one that's getting closer and closer to you. Headshot, just scatters. It falls down. You watch the other 2 come up, and they kind of trip over the first one a little bit, and they both kind of fall down to their knees. And as they're getting back up, that gives you a perfect shot at both of them, just putting them down too. Victoria is helping you up these stairs, and you're just the shooting pain is still just going up and down, like your spine, your leg, your hip. Something is wrong, and you find you're able to kind of use one foot to help, but letting her just drag you seems to be the best bet right now, for you to concentrate on the shooting, because that last shot, you tried to take a step and the pain just shot up and you fired and just completely missed. And she drags you up. You finally get to the hallway, and she just drags you over, pushes the first door open, looks in. Room appears to be empty. She drags you in, and then she kind of just helps you up, like onto the bed, basically, leaves you there, runs, and as she goes to shut this door, you see 2 of the infected coming up towards the door. She slams the door, and you see her immediately just moving to like push a dresser, like a little wardrobe area in front of this door, and you just hear them just pounding on the door from the outside. And then she turns towards you and she starts she like takes off her jacket, like just sweat covering, just you can almost hear her heart beating. Like she is it's not the same cool demeanor you saw a little while ago when people were just shooting at her. Now she is losing her cool, and you see her, like, her hands are shaking. She's trying to figure out what to do. She looks at you bleeding, just bleeding on this bed, and she says, okay, I'm not a doctor, but I have seen my fair share. This is gonna suck. And she just walks over, and she starts rolling up her sleeves, and she's like, let me look at it.
Are you, maybe we have more pressing things to worry about. Maybe don't worry about this.
More pressing things than you bleeding to death?
Yeah, the undead for one thing. My friends for another. I mean, I don't know. I assume Gideon didn't make it, but fine. Do whatever you need to do.
Thank you. Like, she was just sitting there waiting with like that, woman look of just standing there like, wait until you agree that I am correct. And then she walks over and starts looking at the wound, kind of pulling the shirt up a little bit. You can see like where the bullet went in and just didn't come out.
Ugh.
And she's like, oh, okay. And she starts looking around, and you actually see her grab like some sort of book that was left in here, just tears off like the cover page. It like pains her to do so, but she tears off the cover page and then brings it over and is like, bite this.
Okay.
And that's where we'll end this scene. And we are going to switch over to Jonah and Willie. What are you up to?
Is it pretty clear, like, do we have an understanding that Jesse got caught in that building, or was it such a fray when that bomb went off, we have no idea where he is?
Yeah, you have no idea where he is.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start calling out, Jesse, please, oh, please be alive, 2 for 2, baby.
You okay, Jesse?
Would I hear that?
Probably. As you're opening up this window, you're able to hear them from the other side of.
Okay.
this
I'm
little
gonna call out and say, Jonah, Willie, I got big news for you. And
What news could be bigger than everything out here?
I found a friend.
Oh, there goes all our luck. I'm gonna start running, trying to look for an entrance into this building he's shouting from.
The way where his shouts are coming from, you think he's probably behind the building, and as you're kind of rushing that direction, you see him standing at an open window.
Oh man! Oh my God, you're alive!
All right, let's get inside quick.
Yeah, and I help both of them in.
All right. Yeah, Jonah and Willie, you climb through this window and quickly realize you can feel you're not alone, and as you look over, you see Luther Richter.
My eyes deceive me.
Luther, is that you?
You son of a bitch! You bastard! I'm gonna run over and start hitting him off the shoulder. You fucker! Oh
I'm
my
above
God.
snakes. I'm alive and well, partners.
I'm gonna cut in and I'm gonna grab Luther by the shoulders and can I get a good look at his face right now?
From what he doesn't have covered, yes.
I kind of push back a little bit and say, friends, let's just take a brief respite. I don't know this Jesse fella. Can I trust him?
Yes, 100%.
God's
And as
on.
I'm saying this, I want to look deep into Luther's eyes to see if I can see the humanity there.
Make a notice roll.
I got a 3.
Okay. It doesn't take much to see that. His eyes are bloodshot, and one pupil looks maybe a little bit larger than the other. It's bizarre, but looking at him, you see him looking back at you.
But also, I say,
Luther, go
friends, don't panic. I've gone through a bit of a change of sorts, and I don't want you reacting too harshly. Okay?
Okay.
Are you prepared?
Yeah.
Hey, it's you. I've seen plenty of you. I can't think of anything you could do that could scare me now.
Well, I'm on your side. Just remember that. Hang out just a second. Let me show you.
Oh my God.
I got some new pearly whites.
But what? I don't understand. You're still yourself. Did you find the doctor?
I'm myself of sorts. You see, whatever the doctor did, it only worked about 50%, let's say.
But so are you gonna be okay?
I'm okay so far. There's just been some changes. I can't get into them too much, but let's just say I don't remember feeling the last time I was hungry for food, if you catch my meaning.
Luther, you casual son of a bitch. How are you so calm? I'm just happy to see you. And
I'm
at
happy
that,
to
she
see
just
you, kiddo.
gives him a big hug.
While that conversation's going, Jesse is more concerned about what's going on outside. So he would be looking out to see at least as much as he could from the front to see if we're safe or not, or what he needed to do.
Okay, make a notice roll.
I would see him looking and then say, "And what the hell are you all doing here?"
I can.
I only got a 3, or a 2 actually with my wound.
We had to stop a train from blowing the whole place up, and we had to come find you.
We came back for you. I mean, the rest of it has been so incidental, as much as a train crash can be.
I would have left this town by now, but I knew you two might be coming here if you made the journey, so I kind of stuck around. What's the plan now?
Not get killed by one of the dozen things out there trying to kill us.
Yeah. Do you have any idea what's going on in this fucking place? I mean, vampires was enough, but now we got the Walking Dead. We got Railers.
Dynamite working against us, not for us.
Yeah. I mean,
What a tragedy.
those bastards that took our first train, they're the part of the team perpetrating this bullshit.
I was
Yep.
here from the start of it. It's just been chaos ever since. The only thing that's been able to keep me alive is keeping low.
All right, I
Luther-
gotta get someplace where I can wrap my wounds. Too, I'm okay, but I'm not feeling great. I got shot.
Ooh,
Luther, do you know who started this all?
no idea. There were riders and just shooting and innocent people getting killed, and it's been a blur almost.
We saw those witches. I mean, one of them.
Yeah, the
threw
witches.
you-
I don't know even where to begin. Explosions, fire.
We got to find out what's going on in here. I mean, we can't have all of St. Louis going up in fucking flames.
I think it's a little beyond that right now, partner.
Yeah, but I mean, think of how many people are stuck in here. I mean, what are we gonna do? We're just gonna cut town? Plus, we got Finley and Gideon out there somewhere, right? I mean, I haven't met them, but apparently they're nice fellows. You were about to spend your life the same we were gonna spend ours for Luther, Jesse.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I think you've changed just as much as I have, Jonah.
Well,
Oh, Luther, that is an understatement of the century.
Well, I'll have you go through a change of heart through another fucking apocalypse too. You're a vampire. Where are you to fucking speak?
I'm just glad to see you alive, my friend.
I am too, you fucking bastard. I'm gonna catch him in another hug.
Well, what's the plan? Who do I kill to get you out of here? I want to get we got to get Willie home safe.
Listen, Jesse has been good to us, and he needs to find his Luther the same that we found ours. We gotta find Gideon and Finley, and then, I don't know, assess the situation.
More than one Luther, what a blessing.
I know.
That's the truth. But right now, there's so much danger out here. I think we got to find some place to take cover.
Oh,
And the
right.
dead are coming in too.
I mean, if only there was a way we could send a message or something, find out where they were in the city if they're still out there.
Yeah.
As for Jesse looking out the windows, it's too hard to see anything at this point. If you thought the streets were chaos before, now you have Walking Dead filling them.
If we're looking at them, are the Walking Dead working with the Railers, or is it just like 3 different factions sort of going at it now?
It appears to be the second one.
Okay. So we've got
Great.
Walking Dead coming in. The Railers are fighting the
Wait. There's Walking Dead now too?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they breached the gates.
Yeah, that's
So-
partly our fault, to be honest with you. That one's on us.
I think we got to try to find some place where we can barricade the door or something.
Yeah.
Well, I think getting trapped in one place might not be so wise.
And with that, we're going to cut over to Finley and Victoria, because that was perfect transition. And we're going to go to basically, I need you to make a vigor roll for me real quick.
No. 4 minus 1. So that's a 3.
Okay, so
Wait, can I use a Benny? To
Sure.
roll better.
sure.
Roll better. Oh! Exploded. 10 minus 1, 9.
Okay. So you are able to just stay conscious, and your jaw is clenched. You hear the sound of your own voice in your throat as you're just trying to keep from just shouting out as the bullet is pulled from your abdomen. Victoria's hands are covered in blood at this point, and she just tosses the bullet onto the floor and immediately starts looking around for things to help clean the wound. And already with the bullet gone, it doesn't hurt as much to move around, but it's still a bullet wound. You're gonna feel it for a while. And as she is helping clean you up, she says, I think you owe me a cup of tea for this one. And she just she seems to be more saying it to distract herself than anything, as she's sitting there tending to your wound.
I will take the book, the cover page that's out of my I'll take it out of my mouth and go, what are you doing here? If you don't mind me asking.
What I'm always doing everywhere. I was following a story.
Yeah.
The same story, the same fucking story. And she's just still tending to your wound. And she says, the horseshoe killer is dead. Did you know that?
No, maybe.
No. Yeah, I don't. I mean, you saw, and she's cleaning it and starting to wrap the wound, and she's like, you saw what I was working on, way back when. Well, he's dead. They found him. They found him dead, and they found a fucking note on him, and all it said was, I don't know, they didn't let us get a hold of it, but something about payback or justice or something, and it I think it was signed by Mina Devlin. one of her, signature.
Right. Okay. Then that led you to what? Here again?
Yeah, Mina's here. I was hoping to talk to her. I was hoping to interview her, and well, and she points to the window.
Yeah. Well.
Why are you here? You said you needed. What?
It's a long story. There was a headless horseman for one, and then that led to us getting out of town and there being an earthquake, and then finding a bunch of strangers and trying to get here as soon as could, at least me and another. And we were gonna find a cure for one of these strangers who had been afflicted by, well, whatever is going on out there.
You still hear the pounding on the door.
So that led us here. That's what the jar is. And I just kind of point to like my bag where the jar is just kind of sticking out. A long story, but part of the reason why I came back and even wanted to come here was to find you.
Me?
Yeah.
How did you know I was here?
I am GM, not mistaking the letter, right?
You don't know.
Okay. I will take both the letters out.
Okay.
And I will just set them on the bed.
Okay. Make a notice roll.
That is double ones.
So yeah, you set them down, and then as she moves to look at them, that's when you're looking down and noticing that you're all patched up, and you start kind of fixing your shirt, and still just drenched in blood, but you look back up and she's looking them over, and then she looks at you, and her face is a little like paler.
Is everything all right?
And she holds up the second one, and she says, "Where did you find this?"
On the person that we're trying to get the cure for. I might have taken it.
And then she reaches into one of her pockets, and she pulls out a tiny, like a little pocket notebook, and she starts flipping through it, and she pulls out a folded piece of paper, and she unfolds it, and you see the same lipstick kiss in the corner, and she says, "Finley, that's Mina Devlin."
Okay, great. That's embarrassing.
I mean, why did you think it was me?
Wishful thinking, I suppose.
Do you have your letter in this pile as well?
Yeah.
Okay. So once you say wishful thinking, she like looks back to your letter and then looks down for a moment, and it just gets quiet. And well, as quiet as it can be with the echoes of
Pounding on the door.
gunshots and pounding on the door. And you almost think like the silence is never going to end. And then she still doesn't look up, but she says, well, I mean, how could I write you when I didn't know where you were? And then you hear kind of the splintering of some of the wood as the pounding on the door pushes a little bit of the door in, and she just turns and rushes over and holds the wardrobe up against the doorway. And now we're...
I'll take
yeah.
those letters back. and I
Okay,
will
yeah,
shove
you
them back.
snatch them and put them back in your pocket. Back over to the other floor.
Is the room that we're in like a one-story building, or are there stairs? Is it?
It's a one-story building, yes, and the whole front of it is basically like caved in at this point. So you're just kind of standing in the back.
But that's the only. There's only one entrance.
Yeah, well, there's the back door now, but you're standing pretty close to the back door, but you came in through the window, so.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. That's right.
If we can find out where the other two and find them, then maybe we find the most defensible place in St. Louis. I mean, it's running off the top of my mind right now, but somewhere where we can really set up and save some people. I don't know, find out what the hell's going on here. Somebody's got to know what the hell is going on.
We need to get to a better vantage point for sure. We can't stay here. They're gonna find us eventually, or the dead will wander in. I think we gotta. I don't think we can just go around looking for Gideon, though.
You have any clue where they might be?
Yeah, Jesse, I was a little fuzzy the last time you guys were planning things through. Where are they? What?
I don't know. They were looking for a doctor here that may have had a cure for.
All right. I might be.
But hold on
Whoa.
a minute. I kind of sent Gideon on a little bit of a goose chase for myself, and I feel guilty about it right now. But I need to bring in Josh Chamberlain, and I'm hoping maybe Luther knows where he is.
Bring him. Oh, that's right. You're hunting some guy. You need to bring him to jail.
Kinda. And I reach into my pocket and I pull out my sheriff's badge.
Wow. I didn't know I was in the presence of.
Oh man.
I knew they were taking them young. I didn't know.
Well, just to let you know, I kind of earned this the hard way.
No kidding.
But the mayor told me that I needed to find Josh Chamberlain and I need to bring him in. Now,
How do you know
Well-
he's alive?
that I don't. I just
Who
need
is
to.
he?
So, is there anything on the wall or that would talk about the Empire rail line or anything like that?
In here?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Okay. He's the owner and proprietor of the Empire rail line.
Oh.
I'm sorry, I haven't seen him recently.
Well, all his men are around trying to kill us. I do not imagine that he's just sitting somewhere unarmed and unprotected.
I understand that, but I have a feeling that if we stop him, maybe we can stop all this mess.
Well, he was trying to keep people out of St. Louis. Maybe he's trying to take control of the city. If he's going to be anywhere, you're right. He'd be here.
Right, well.
Listen, how about this? I'm formulating some sort of plan right now. We go find the doctor's office, just check out to see where your friends might be, because I know where that is or was. And then maybe we could capture one of this fella's men and make him talk.
Yeah,
That's a good idea.
I like that.
Should we try to go out this back door?
Well, I mean, Luther's the way that knows the way, so I yield to him on getting us to the doctor's office.
Question aside, outside of character, what time of day is it?
It is like barely noon.
Oh, Jesus. Shona, would you mind helping me scrounge around for some extra layers of clothing?
You know what? Let me. I got
Bit
my
of a
coat.
sunlight sensitivity
Oh.
recently.
Yeah, I'll take my coat and sort of gesture it over him and give it to him.
Yeah, and I'm grabbing whatever I like. If there's scarves or anything, like I'm just
Okay.
piling it on me.
How
Wow.
bad is it? Is it?
It's let's just say it's unpleasant, and I would not like to push the matter any further.
Right.
Oh man. As they're doing that, can I try to use my healing power again?
Yeah, I'll say since you've been in here, you could probably sit down and get a better look at your wound and try to do that. Yeah.
All right. Gonna give it a try. Okay. I didn't make it, and I'm trying to decide if I want to use my last Benny to do it again.
Can I give Willie a Benny?
Sure. You can lean down and you kind of see most of the part of the wound that's not healed is more of around like where it came out your back. So you could help get the parts of the wounds that she couldn't quite reach. And yeah, there's the Benny. Go ahead and roll that again.
All right.
By the way, Luther is trying hard not to look right now. Just kind of standing with his back.
Yeah,
That
you're
time I got
feeling a little
That
antsy.
time I got a 9. So
Okay,
even with
yep.
the -1.
So that removes that wound. So all bleeding has stopped, and it kind of sticks to it like its own little scab. It still hurts, but you're not at the penalty.
Right. Thank you so much.
Luther, Jonah, Willie, and Jesse are heading out of this building and following Luther.
He knows the way. I don't think I've never been to St. Louis, so I'm at the mercy of the people who have been.
I think we should also try to keep taking cover. We should try to dart from cover to cover because it is just not safe anywhere.
True. Lay low and scurry our way across.
All right, so with Luther in the lead, you are keeping ducked down. Luther, you have multiple layers on. You have a decent amount of protection. The sun is not hitting your skin directly, but you know that the longer you're exposed, whether it be directly or not, the more consequences there could be. So you're trying to move quickly and safely, and you're pushing through. Are you wanting to stay like back behind buildings, or how exactly are we wanting to do this?
If I could get us there through the back alleys and such, I would definitely try that.
Okay. So leading everyone through here, you are kind of weaving through a few of the back alleys, trying to avoid various people, and you're almost to the hospital. And as you're getting up closer to it, you see taking cover, like using the hospital building for cover, you see a railer looking out at the street and aiming and firing. Seems to be taking out Walking Dead at the moment and does not seem to notice you yet.
Do I have to go past this dude in order to get where we're going?
he's using the actual hospital building as cover, so you could either sneak around him and go around the other side to one of the entrances, or I mean, he might not notice you if you try that.
I'm gonna lean up to Luther and real calmly. Hey, this could be our chance. We could take that guy hostage, huh?
Possibly. I'll try to sneak up behind him.
He's killing the dead guys, though.
We can kill dead guys all we want.
Okay.
All right, Luther, make a stealth roll.
Oh boy.
Good.
How many bennies do I have?
3.
Okay. Here we go. That's a failure. So I'm just gonna eat that. But
Okay.
I'll describe it as this: is if I would push out, I'd kind of hold off from the rest, so it wouldn't be like, hey everyone, let's go, and then they're all clumped together by me and I stumble or whatever. So it's more me trying to scout ahead.
Okay, so you still kind of crouch low, push forward as they're hanging back. You are heading over to come up behind this man, and you're like halfway there. You're halfway between your group and him, and you step on some shattered glass that had been blown out of one of the other windows. Step on that, it crunches. He quickly turns his gun and fires. Turns his gun, fires. The rest of you watch this bullet slam into Luther's chest. Luther, what are you doing?
Running towards him.
And then?
Well, I'm just gonna try to. Okay, so depending how I can do this, I'd either run towards him and then like upstairs or whatever, or if I could see a way to try to climb up to him, I would do that.
He's on the ground.
Oh, he's on the ground.
Yes, he is just using the corner of the building as cover.
This guy's toast. I'm just gonna run at him.
Okay. How are you attacking?
Well, I'm gonna attempt to subdue him.
Okay. Okay.
So that'd probably be fighting, I guess.
Okay, go ahead and make that roll.
I say, it's your lucky day. I don't have the bloodlust upon me right now. That's 2 4s.
Okay. So sprinting or like sneaking forward, he hears you, turns, fires. As soon as you take that bullet to your chest, you just start sprinting. Full sprint. You watch Luther move insanely fast, grab onto this man and just shove him into the ground. Like chest down, the gun clatters away, and Luther just grabs onto his hands and holds them behind his back, pushing his head into the ground. You got him.
I will add, I'm going to play up to my hindrance a little bit.
Okay.
As the rest of them see me start kind of like there's like a wildness in my eyes. It like I start, I'll pull down my mask and they see my teeth, and I'm getting close to biting him.
You guys see this. You guys see Luther almost like leaning in towards this man.
Luther, control yourself, boy. Look at me.
And because it's Jonah, saying it, he looks up and it's like, oh, whoa, sorry, partner. And I pull my mask back up.
And I'm gonna say, you can do that later if he doesn't tell us what we want to know.
I just start seeing red, and I'm like looking right in this guy's eyes. I just see red, and I start getting the hunger.
He didn't have any idea what you were talking about, but now that you've your mask is pulled down and you say that, he's looking at you, his eyes grow wide and he starts trying to squirm away. It's useless.
Don't you move.
He's just squirming, and then when you say that, he falls still and his head just kind of slumps into the ground, giving up.
Good boy.
Hey, Sheriff, you don't happen to have a roll of rope with you or anything like that, do you?
That handcuffs?
No, I don't even have handcuffs. I might have rope on me. Yeah, I think I have rope on me.
Well, I figure you wanted to be the arresting officer.
Yeah. So I'll go over and tie him up.
Okay.
Tie his wrists together, and I'll pick up his gun and take the ammo and hang onto the gun as well.
Okay. And with that, as you are coming up to this hospital, this hospital is wrecked. Like the back side of it is still sort of intact, but the majority of the front side of this is a lot like you left it, Luther. It's just blown to bits.
So you think your friend's around here somewhere?
If they are looking for the doctor, I would hope they'd go to the hospital.
I kind of give that guy a kick, like a little nudge. I'm like, you see, and then I point to Jesse. Would you care to describe your friends?
Oh, yeah. And I give him a brief description of both Finley and Gideon.
Okay.
I do use the name Gideon, so if he knows of Gideon and what was supposed to happen to him, I say I'm looking for these two people. They were supposed to come for the doctor here to help a friend.
Okay, roll a d6 for me.
3.
Okay. So at the mention of that, this man does turn his head to try to get a better look at you, Jesse, and he kind of, like, he had heard you talking, and then as he's looking over at you, seeing how young you are, like he'd heard you referred to as sheriff and all of that, and he kind of looks you over for a moment, and then he shakes his head and he's like, well, I know where one of them is.
Talk.
You're not gonna like it.
I just gotta know.
He kind of nods his head towards like the other side of the street. He's in the saloon over there.
What does that mean?
Gunshots from earlier.
He dead or alive?
Traitor's dead like he deserved.
What the hell? What the hell do you folks want? Why were you trying to blow up St. Louis, and what's going on? You better start talking right now.
He just kind of chuckles.
I grab him and lift him into the air with one arm and shake him a little.
Then I gently ask him, I say, whoa, Luther. And I say, what about your boss? Where's Josh Chamberlain?
Make a, is there intimidation in this? What is this
There's a
being said?
persuasion.
Yeah,
There
we'll
is?
do persuasion.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
Is
we'll
it
have
persuasion?
we'll have to do persuasion, yeah.
Okay. And I still roll my wild die, right?
Yes.
Can I support him or something? Am I shaking?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna use that as a penalty to my roll.
Okay.
So I got a 2 and a 1 with my wound.
Okay. So holding him up, he's I mean his hands are tied behind his back, and he's kind of confused how he's being held up like this. And then as you ask him that, he looks down at you and he is able to get a clearer view of the four of you now. I mean, being held up here, or at least the three of you, and looking you all over, he kind of shakes his head a little bit, and he says, I'm not telling you shit.
I tell Luther to drop him.
I drop him.
Drop him. His ankles hit, and he just falls over. His shoulder kind of cracks. You hear it as he slams down onto the ground, and he groans.
You're living on borrowed time, partner.
And then I walk up.
Luther, go on ahead to the buffet.
Are you sure I want to do this? There ain't no going back.
I hold off Luther, and I just grab the back of his, like the scruff of his head from the back, and I pick it up just gently. And I said, no, we can do this the easy way, or we can do it a hard way. The hard way, you're not going to like. So I need to know what Josh Chamberlain's, where he is, and what he wants to do in St. Louis.
And not to put too fine a point on it, but you're going to get 2 fine points in that neck of yours if you don't talk right now.
I'm gonna give you a penny for that one.
Thank you.
You see his eyes. There's a change. There's something that snaps, and he is looking to Willie, this crazy woman that's just like, yeah, eat him. He's looking to Willie. His eyes kind of move over to Jesse, who's just holding his hair up, and then over to Luther, who's just standing there ready. And you see this fear in his eyes, and you see him close his eyes and nod. He's like, okay. I'll tell you, but do I get to live after I tell you?
You get a say in how you die.
Look, I'm willing to make a bargain. You can run off, but if I see you again, I'm gonna suck all the blood out of your body.
He like winces at that. Okay. We heard Josh was here. We heard Chamberlain was here, and we heard if we were gonna act, we had to do it now.
You're not working
Against
for him?
Him?
In a sense. And he still looks like nervous about what to say and what not to say, and
This is your life. This you tell us what you know. This is worth your life, whatever you're gonna say.
not if I get killed by someone else once I get out of here.
That'll be your choice. But
Talking is my choice.
our alternative, what we're going to give you if you don't give us what we need, it's not going to be any better than what they're going to do to you, my friend. And I've seen it all. And surprisingly, Luther's not the worst thing here. Ain't that right, Luther?
Yeah, I'm pretty, well, you know.
Jonah, make a notice roll for me.
Okay. A 7.
Okay. So all of you looking down at this man, you get this feeling on the back of your neck. And you just hear the thin man whisper, "Turn around." And as you turn around, you're surprised to see 2 railers silently sneaking up. They haven't made any noise, and they seem shocked that you even turned around to notice them. And they both bring their guns up, and they're aiming them at you. And they're not firing yet. They're aiming them at you, and they're looking down at the railer, shoved down, or on the ground, head pulled up. And one of them's like, "What do we have here?"
We got ourselves a picnic. Why don't you join us?
Can I turn back on them, deal a card as fast as I can, and deal with the devil?
Sure.
Okay.
What are you attempting to cast?
I'm casting Burst, meaning that they would all make agility rolls. If they fail, they suffer 2d10 damage.
Okay. So what happens is you pull your deck, You fan them out, and as soon as you do so, everything stops around you. And it's just like in the train. It's dark. It's this dark void, and you're not alone. The Thin Man stands a little too close for comfort, and he's looking down at you, and you see him bend his knees to kind of crouch down to be eye level with you. You know, face just coming in towards your face, nose is almost touching. And he says, haven't we already been here? Done this? Made a deal?
Time is cyclical, and I've never fancied myself other than a creature of comfort. So you and I are going to do this, and I will uphold my end. St. Louis is done, you and I deal. Until then, you know what happens next.
Well, this wasn't really part of our deal. So it's gonna cost you more.
What do you want?
Just a yes or a no. Will you accept my consequences?
Yeah.
Must be rather important.
Friends always are.
I'll see you. And he takes one step backwards, another step backwards, and he's gradually disappearing into the darkness. And you blink, and you're back. And you can cast this spell at will.
Ah, okay. A 10 on my spell casting. I'm hoping that hits. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. So I cast it. They now have to make an agility roll versus the caster's arcane skill roll to avoid the blaze. So they have to beat a 10.
Fail for all of them.
Rockin'. I just fan the whole deck and I cast something like 20 cards into them like daggers all over their body. And it rips like ribbons into their flesh.
All right. Yeah.
Do you want me to roll for damage?
Yeah, go ahead and roll that damage. All of you watch as these cards just sling out and just pierce these two men. One of the guns fires off into the side of the building. And
they take 17 points of damage.
And they fall lifeless to the ground. The hostage now is shouting and trying to move and trying to fight you. Jesse, go ahead and make a strength roll.
Strength, which just got knocked down. I got a 2 and a 1.
Okay, so this man is able to kind of push up. The way that you were looking over, when he pushes up, his shoulder kind of slams into your chin, catches you off guard for a moment. As you turn back, he is getting up onto his knees, but that's all he can really do. He can't get up and try to run away, but he is on his knees.
I'm gonna punch him to knock him out.
Okay, make a fighting roll.
And if I make this, I'm going to use my edge for Don't Get Him Riled, where I get to add my damage or my wounds to his damage.
Okay.
So it's fighting is a D8. So, ooh, my wild die exploded so they're both 7s, but I have a -1, so that's a 6.
That'll do it.
And I don't know what a just a punch would be.
I think it's unarmed at the bottom, maybe. Of the sheet.
1d4 minus 1 or something like that. I have to look it
So yours
up.
would just be 1d4 because you have the +1
Okay.
for the wound.
So that's a 3.
All right. Yeah, he's up on his knees, trying to get up onto his feet, and you just walk over and just punch him just right in the side of the face. You see his head turn and his whole body slumps over, unconscious.
Cool. So I said, should we get to safety? And I turned to Luther and I said, can you pick that up?
I just like pick him up and sling him over my shoulder. I was like, I gotta get inside soon anyway,
Yeah.
so this is for the best.
All right. All of you make a notice roll.
Let's see.
A 9.
2 and a 1.
5.
What was Willie's? Oh,
You're
muted.
muted.
But I think you said 5.
5, yes.
5? Okay. All right. We are going to cut over to Finley. So Victoria is holding this wardrobe against the door as they are still slamming against it. And there's this moment where she's like fighting, and then she turns and says, "Wait, Mina was sending you letters?"
It's complicated. Look, I don't have enough time to explain this right now, but let's just say theoretically, no, you know what? I've been writing for some. Do you know what? It doesn't fucking matter. I'm gonna get up and I'm just gonna go up to the dresser. And I'm just gonna put all my weight into it as well. Try
Okay.
and
Okay, yeah, so both of you are holding this here, and she says, "Well, it seems like it matters if that's why you're here."
yeah, you know, it's stupid. I just was writing under the guise of somebody else and thought that it might have been you that I was writing affectionate letters to, and now we're here. So, yeah.
You see this, like, settle for a moment as she's pushing up against this door. And then she says, "Were they affectionate back?"
They were affectionate back, right? Yeah? Yeah, yes. Yeah.
Wait, and she like lets go of the
No,
dresser.
hey.
Oh, okay. She like pushes it up against it, and she's like, "Okay, so you and Mina Devlin have been writing letters to each other, with neither of you knowing who each other."
I don't know if she knew or not. I was gonna tell her that it was me instead of the person that she probably assumed that she was writing to, and yeah, here we are.
Here we are, and she's just still just shoving this up against it. And she's okay. I've decided. Here's what we're gonna do,
Ooh,
and
great.
we are gonna find Mina Devlin. We are gonna get your answers, and we're gonna get my answers.
The GM, the letter, it had a hotel number on it.
It did.
Is it this hotel?
It is not. That hotel is a little further into the city.
Okay. I have an idea of where we can find her. She gave me a place to come meet her. It's a hotel number.
A hotel number?
Yeah. Look, it's stupid, all right? And listen, I don't know. I'm just gonna keep putting my weight into it. At this point, I'm just leaning my back against it.
And now she's like, a hotel number. Interesting that you thought you were meeting me.
Well, I thought it was the first time we met was in. Okay, it's awkward. Is there any way to get out of here? Can I look towards the window? Is there a window in here? There's a
There
window.
is. She says, okay, I have this. Go check the window. And
Great.
she braces herself and holds it a little bit more. You run over to the window.
Yes, I'm also gonna put the peacemaker back in her hands. And just be like,
Okay.
hold on to it.
Okay.
And I will reload that peacemaker actually, because I'm pretty sure we used the majority of the bullets that were just loaded in it.
Okay.
Yes. So give
All
that to
right.
her. I'll go over to the window. What am I looking at?
Make a notice roll.
Great. 5 minus. Do I still have my wound? I still have my wound. So
You
1.
do
minus
still
1.
have your wound.
4.
Okay, so you head over to this window. As you're looking out, the glass had been busted out of this, and the body that you had shot before
Oh yes.
is on this side over here. And you go over and kind of push it out of the way to look out the window, and you see Walking Dead roaming the streets outside. But there doesn't seem to be any more coming in. Like, it seems like that was finally the last of them, and what is in is moving through the city right now. You see less witches and railers right now. The Walking Dead seem to be making everyone at least get to cover. That's what you see. You also hear a very, very distant rolling thunder.
Okay. Fuck. Okay. There's no balcony. It's just like a sheer drop down.
Correct.
Okay. Does it look like no, not gonna do it. I'm just gonna turn to her. I'm just gonna be like, move the dresser, and I'll
What?
just shoot whatever is out there. I mean, how else are we gonna get out of here? Do you want to make a jump out the window?
How tall is it?
How tall is it?
Too high to jump out the window.
You're not gonna survive. You're gonna probably break your fucking legs. Listen, just move it and then just start shooting.
Okay. And so are you like backed up against the wall?
I am backed
Done.
up against the wall towards the window, and I'm gonna tell her, as soon as you move that, just come back here with me.
Okay.
And if it turns out that we need to jump, well, I guess it's better than being eaten. So
Okay. And she stands here ready, and she says, okay, 1, 2, and she starts pushing the wardrobe out of the way, and as soon as it is out of the way, the door pushes open. Bursts through, one infected comes through, like grabbing onto Victoria. She's stumbling
Fuck.
backwards, like trying to hold it away.
Okay.
Another one is coming through, and you see another one behind that, like pushing their way through as well.
okay, there's 3 of them. I'm gonna shoot the one that's on Victoria right now.
Okay, make a shooting roll.
Okay.
Why does it have to be zombies?
5 minus 1 though, so 4. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, as this infected is pushing through, where do you shoot this?
I'll aim for the head or the neck.
Okay.
Whatever. How is it like? Is its arms on her? Like, I don't want to accidentally shoot her.
Right. It is grabbing onto her. Best bet would probably I would assume you're probably aiming towards it, but like the furthest away from her that you can.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so as it's pushing her towards you, you fire. It kind of slams into like its neck right here, and you see just undead flesh just fly off. And it one hand lets her go, and it kind of staggers back a little bit. The other hand still has a hold of her, and she just grabs onto that hand and pushes it off, and backs up the rest of the way, back slamming up against the wall beside you, and she just brings up her gun as well. We are going to draw some action cards.
Okay. There's only 3 though that we see right now. The one that was on her, the second one, and then the third one coming in.
Currently, yes.
Okay, I'm going to assume we're hopefully okay after that.
Here
Just
is
hold out long enough for us to come.
Finley.
Oh, Finley! Everybody gets a penny! Woo, woo, woo!
Oh yes! Oh my
We just-
gosh!
We just got to do that like 4 more times,
yeah.
guys.
I know.
Oh my god!
Oh, that was incredible.
Oh, that's amazing. That's 3
Gloria?
in this one.
Yeah.
This is
Okay.
Victoria. I feel like that makes sense.
Yeah,
It's a
it
4.
does. Yeah.
And The Walking Dead.
No.
I was gonna say, please do not let it be another joke.
That would have been insane. I would have been like, "There's what?
There's no way.
All right. So Finley, would you like to go first?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay.
I will fire off my Winchester again. And try to shoot. So there's the one that had there's the one that had been on Victoria, and there's one just coming towards me, right?
Correct.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot the one coming towards me.
Okay. Let me. If you're aiming for anywhere specific,
No.
it's a -2 to that.
I am just shooting it.
Just shooting. Okay.
I just don't care where I shoot it.
Wonderful.
Which is good because my dice exploded. So I'm gonna roll that again. Who cares? Didn't matter. It was 1. So 7 minus 1, so 6.
Okay. Yeah, so this bullet slams into this Walking Dead's chest, just square in the center. It takes the bullet and continues moving towards you.
Okay. I don't roll for damage or anything?
Nope.
Oh, god damn it. I can't do anything else either, can I?
You can take another attack if you'd like. You
Oh,
can
yeah.
shoot again. If you shoot twice in a round, you have a -2 penalty to that second shot.
Yeah, I'll try it.
Okay,
Well,
so
that
are
would
you-
make it a -3 though, total.
correct.
I'll wait.
Okay. All right. These infected sprinting into this room. The one that had let go of Victoria lunges towards her again. And the one that you shot at lunges for you. I need you to make a strength roll.
Five minus 1, so 4.
Okay. So as these 2 infected lunge forward, you are able to grab onto basically like the forearms of the one that is coming towards you, and you're able to hold that one at bay. Your back slams into the part of the wall between the 2 windows. The one heading for Victoria slams into her, and you hear a few sounds of glass before both of them go out the window.
Fuck. Okay.
Now we are gonna switch over to the other 4.
Oh no!
Oh!
I'm so
Y'all,
sorry.
this is so stressful.
Karen,
Looking
do
over
we-
to you.
Do we hear any like gunshots?
That's
that
what I would like. How are we?
This-
Weren't we near each other?
That
do
was your
all
notice
of
roll.
us go?
That was
oh
your
my
notice roll.
god! I hear
Yeah.
Finley's signature gun. We should go this way.
You've never even seen me shoot.
Listen,
You were asleep the whole time.
I'm trying here. Damn it!
Okay, that was the notice roll you made earlier. So those of you that got a 4 or higher for that notice roll, you're hearing gunshots inside of a building, which is weird for St. Louis right now. Most gunshots and explosions are happening outside, or at least at an open window. But you hear just the slight muffling of walls. And as you're looking over, you look across the street, a couple buildings away from the saloon. You look over in time to see a woman falling out of a window, attacked by an infected. And you see,
Hey,
you
yo,
see,
I yells, use the zombie for cushion.
yeah, you see, as she's falling, they do turn, and as soon as they land on the ground, the zombie just splats into guts and gore that she has just landed in. She does take 1 wound from this fall. and she has landed and is just now just her, like arms are like squashed into this Walking Dead, and she's like trying to sit up, and she's looking around, and the four of you hear the galloping of a horse as a railer is heading this direction. What would you like to do?
Toward us?
Towards her.
Oh.
I'm gonna shoot the railer
Okay,
if I'm allowed to do that.
sure. What would everyone else like to do?
I think that Jonah is cursing and fumbling with this star revolver at his side, realizing he should probably take a break from the cards. God damn! Oh shit! And make a run for the woman out in the street there to try and get her back up.
Jesse's going to do the same thing. He's going to pull out his guns and he's going to run alongside him. He is going to call out that he has seen these things before, and you have to hit him in the head.
Okay.
Head. Got it. I can do that. Thanks, Sheriff.
Willie, anything for you?
How far away would you say?
I mean, it's across the main street of the city here. Are you asking for like range of a?
Yeah. Then I'm gonna go follow suit, kind of follow these boys, bringing up the rear.
Okay.
Is the guy still unconscious?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, still tied up and unconscious right there. You, and I'm over Luther's shoulder, I believe. So are you just still holding him over your shoulder and then just bringing up your gun to try to shoot the railer? Is that what's happening there, Luther?
Sorry, I'm mute. Yeah, and I'm gonna use cause I'm stopping in my tracks to get a good beat on this guy. So I'm gonna use my marksman feat so that our edge, sorry. So that gives me a +1 to shoot, and then I can ignore, or ignore 2 points of penalty. So are there any penalties that apply, like range or anything like that?
It's a moving target, but
So I'll use that to ignore any penalties that I may incur.
okay, yeah. So you go ahead and make
his, like a speed penalty or something would make sense.
Yeah.
Right, here we go. Pow. That sucked. It was 2 2s. I'm spending a Benny just because I'm not gonna hoard bennies. Alright, here we go. I can do better than this. A 3 and a 1. Wow! I guess I'm just thrown off by the whole
I'll let you spin
situation.
another one if you want.
I'd rather not.
Okay.
I don't know this person well enough yet.
And your friends just ran off too, and your the way that the railer is moving, you don't want to risk hitting your friends.
Yeah.
The three of you rush over across the street. You make it up to this woman who is trying to stand up, kind of holding her rib cage, and as she gets up, she just points behind you, and the three of you turn. The railer is coming up with a bundle of dynamite, lighting it. And he is riding by, and he chucks it in your direction. The horse continues on. The dynamite lands beside you. You all have one quick reaction. What is it?
Had I known he had dynamite.
Oh man.
Sorry, everyone.
Where is it? How far away is it from us?
How far away is it from us?
I mean, he would have been aiming for either Willie or Victoria, so it's probably right at your guys' feet.
Okay.
While you're thinking about what to do there, Finley, you are holding this thing back. Victoria just went out the window. What is your immediate reaction?
I'm just gonna be like, fucking piece of shit. I'm just gonna try and shove the undead out the window as well.
Okay, make a strength roll.
God dang. I'm gonna spin a Benny.
Okay.
Oh, that is better. Okay, 6. 11 minus 1, so that's 10.
Okay. Yeah, so you turn and just toss this undead out the window. Now we're back to the other the 3 with the dynamite. What is your move?
Is it a fuse?
Yeah, that's what I was
It
about
is
to ask.
It is a fuse, and it looks like it has 3 sticks bundled together.
Okay, I'm gonna notice it. So I got my hard of hearing hindrance from throwing firecrackers when I was young. I want to know if I can see how much time I have to pick this up and chuck, like I did when I was a kid.
You have a matter of seconds, but it
Okay,
is possible.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna run over to it, pick it up, and chuck it.
I'm gonna dive for this woman and try and get myself over her in the event that this thing does actually go off, because she looks hurt to hell.
And I'm gonna try to dive out of the way.
Okay. So
Time to be young and brave.
Make an athletics roll.
Come on, Sheriff!
He's stronger than he looks.
I'm spending a Benny.
How many is that?
I've got 3 more.
Okay. All right. Good. Pays to be young.
Fuck. I got 2s. 2 2s.
I would spend another one.
All right, I'm spending another one.
Good man.
Unless you want
gotta
to
do
do
this.
the one-armed sheriff.
I don't even
That's
think it's
even worse. That's even worse. So
Come on.
Is it 2 1s? Because you
No.
could spend another one to save your life.
yeah, it was. So I'm gonna do another
I think you
one.
gotta.
Shit.
I'm not gonna.
I'm down to 1. Fuck. Please.
Use different dice.
You're right. I'm gonna use different dice.
Yeah.
You got this, Bob.
Helps.
Come on.
But you've
Come
already
on.
run the bad
You
numbers.
vibes.
got all the rolls out.
Yeah, but you don't know that.
Good vibes. Good vibes.
Good vibes. Good vibes.
Oh, no.
Got a 3 and a 1.
No.
You want a Benny? Can I give him a Benny?
If you want to, I'm not going to stop anyone from using their bennies.
Yeah.
I'm passing one to poor Jesse. I see him fumbling and stumbling, and I'm like, "You got this, kid."
Not with my wound.
Oh,
2 and a 0.
All right, so
Hmm.
We can't
So-
just keep throwing bennies at this fucking thing, can we?
you grab this, you rush over, you make this split-second decision, rush over, grab onto this dynamite, and chuck it. As you're flinging it, it makes 2 good spins through the air and explodes. Jonah, you are kind of shoved into the side of this building, covering Victoria the best that you can. Willie, you have just dove out of the way, landed, you feel the blast of the explosion. Jesse, do you want to spend a Benny to try to soak any of this damage?
I'll give
Yeah.
him one.
I'll give him 1.
Well, no, I have 1 left.
Okay.
I can spend it and I'll soak it.
Do we
Alright,
know
make a-
how many wounds he has here?
I have 1 so
For
far.
1. Okay.
1, and we don't know what's being added on right
Right.
Not yet.
now.
Damn it.
So make a vigor roll.
Vigor
I'm wearing a
roll?
mask. I can't.
Yes.
Hiding my
Oh, come on,
terror
Jesse.
here.
You got this, Jesse. Come on, you're vigorous.
3 and a 1.
Oh. Can I give him one?
I will let you give him 1.
Okay. Roll better.
Roll better.
Explode. This is the one that explodes. It's right here.
Hell yeah.
5 and a 4.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh
So-
my god.
So that is enough to soak one of these incoming wounds, which is good because it would have been 3 wounds, which would have put you over the edge there. So you currently you have 3 wounds right now with that soak. So if you take any more, you're down. So you're at your -3 penalty right now, taking those 3 wounds. But you chuck this dynamite, it explodes, and you feel the explosion just slam into the side of your face, your torso. You're pushed backwards, and you land down in the street. And it's at this point that as you land, you look up and you see a Walking Dead falling straight for you. You roll out of the way?
Yeah, absolutely.
I didn't mean
Alright,
it
you
like
down
that.
to strength in my body.
You roll, it slams, and just you see its just fragile skull just shatter like on this street. You've rolled out of the way. You look up, and at this point, Finley, after you have pushed this Walking Dead out of the window, you're kind of leaning out a little bit, and you see all of them in their various points of cover here. You heard that dynamite blast, but there's still one infected behind you, and you hear it coming towards you.
I'm just gonna yell, God, hey, I'm up here, and then I'm just gonna, is everything okay? And then I'm just gonna, I'm gonna turn my Winchester over to the zombie, and I'm just gonna, the undead, I'm just gonna fire off. I'll fire off twice this time, if I can.
Make a notice roll.
No. 2 -1, so.
Okay. So I'll say you probably did not hear you have to aim for its head.
Cool.
No, that's not meaning you might not aim for its head, but
I'm just
you
shooting
didn't hear
wherever
those
though.
instructions. Okay.
Yeah, I just want it to go away. Cool.
Okay, make a shooting roll.
Four -1, so that's a 3.
All right, fire off. It like the bullet grazes past its shoulder, and it is just still coming towards you. As for the rest of you, what are you doing after this blast went off?
Is that Ryder leaving?
You see him riding off, and then he actually like cuts into a different street.
So he's not continuing.
He doesn't appear to be coming back.
I'd run up to Jesse and see what's going on with the kid.
Are there any other infected close to them?
Not currently.
Can
Like,
I
you-
see
you-
the one? I was gonna say, can I see the one in the window with Finley?
You cannot, not from this close to the building. And you do see infected around, but they seem to be attempting to get into other buildings right now. It's not as crowded in this area as they're moving through the city. Coming up to Jesse, you see burn marks on just the side of his face, and parts of his clothing are singed and blackened, and you see a little bit of blood spilling from the corner of his mouth.
I'm gonna say, kid, I've seen much worse. You're gonna be just fine. And I help him to his feet if he can get up.
I accept his help and get up to my
And
feet.
I've got like this guy on me, and I'm lifting this kid up.
I'm gonna go over to and try to see if I can do some healing on him, and then I also am gonna yell up to Finley in the window, and just tell them shoot it in the head. You gotta shoot it in the head.
Okay.
I'm gonna check and see that this woman is okay, and if she's still breathing and she's moving, I'm gonna climb in after Finley and see if I can get up the stairs and help with that.
Okay. So you're looking over and she's like, I'm fine. And then just looks up and sees like almost pushes towards inside, and the two of you go in, and both of you are like heading up the stairs at this point, just running up the stairs to try to get up to Finley. Finley, you have heard to shoot it in the head, so make this next shooting roll with a -2 to your already -1, right?
What? Are you kidding me? Okay. So that's -3.
Correct.
Oh, that exploded. One of those exploded. Okay, thank God. 6 plus 3, so 9 -3 though. 6.
Yes. Okay.
I mean, if it exploded, it's good. So
Why are we rolling so poorly?
Yeah.
It is almost to you. Like it is right in front of you. You put the Winchester up, like basically to where it runs into the end of it, and then you fire, and it just like showers the room with zombie brains, and that zombie falls. And at this point, there's a few seconds, and then Jonah and Victoria both show up in the doorway.
Oh shit!
Hey, hi! Please don't shoot. Are you okay? I'm gonna look at Victoria.
Yeah, Victoria just runs in and gives you a hug.
Okay.
She's covered in guts.
Yeah,
But she does give you a
really
hug.
Gross. That is really gross. Are you all right? To Jonah.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, but you ought to come downstairs. We need to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, well, listen, yes, we do. Absolutely, I agree. But there's nowhere to go. I don't know where we're gonna go. Let's just go downstairs. Go.
Okay. I rush on down.
All right, you're heading back down. Those of you standing in the street, you hear shouting. You hear stop, and you hear hold your goddamn fire. Hold your fire. And as this attention is being drawn, you all look over, and a little ways up the street, you see 2 figures walking into the center of the thoroughfare here. They're walking in, hands are up, and they seem to be catching a lot of attention.
Who are you?
You see, they're both in expensive clothing. The man, you see a black mustache covering his upper lip. His spurs click and spin with every step that he makes into the center of this street. And a woman is at his side. Also expensive clothing, but not a dress like most of the women you'd seen in a city like this one. Her hat is covering most of her face with its shadow, but her bright red lipstick is hard to miss. And the 2 of them stepping into view seem to have stopped a lot of the movement and commotion as everyone turns to look at them. Your morning in the safest city in the West ends just as the sun is reaching highest in the sky, with Josh Chamberlain and Mina Devlin standing in the center of the city.